Welcome, welcome. This is G. You're watching Allastrology. We're going to talk about January. We have a Venus rebirth, so I'm going to go over that, and then I'm going to give you a card for it. Yep, new cards. Exciting, right? A gift to the channel. So we're going to do that. Then we will talk about the ending and the beginning. Right, so the birth of Venus, it's a 2-year cycle, one ending and one beginning. The beginning starts with Venus. Venus is all about love, desire, my values, which can be money. Venus rules the sign of Taurus and the sign of Libra. So this is an excellent new beginning for relationships. And for you, Scorpio, it is just fantastic for income, for money, for your values, for possibly a job. You're having a birth of Venus. Venus is known as the lesser benefic. And Jupiter, which is the greater benefic, rules Sagittarius energy. Well, Scorpio, you have Sagittarius energy in your second house of money. So what this tells me is having Venus there and having this birthday means that for 2 more years, you're going to have beneficial Venus working on your side. This could mean another job. This could mean a new job. This could mean that you just happen to come into some money. Right. Now, it could be through the way you work. It could be people just simply bringing you gifts. It doesn't necessarily mean that you win the lottery, although that could happen for some of you, because it is an auspicious time having a Venus in your house of money, and Venus rules the house of money, right? Yeah. So you're having Venus having a birthday in a house that she rules, and she's joining up with Team Jupiter because Jupiter rules Sagittarius is in your second house. You see where I'm getting at here? So normally Jupiter expands things, right? Jupiter, the greater benefic. It's like, okay, incoming, how I receive Venus, money, money, money. But it isn't just necessarily money. It's the good things in life, right? Venus likes food. She likes harmony. She likes peace. Venus is all about fine art, shopping, shoes, massages, smells, taste, touch. Think of all the Venus things, right? Right. Let's go get our hair done, right? Venus does like to be pampered, right? She does. So this can mean that you have the opportunity to be on the more receptive end than usual for the next 2 years. So if you already have a job, maybe an opportunity comes up to a little side gig or something for the next 2 years, and it looks quite beneficial. Now, for those of you who are looking for love, this can help in that avenue as well. And it may not necessarily be just love, because again, Venus is all about what and who I desire, because Venus is magnetic. So Venus, she may bring people to you in your life that can be beneficial, that can help you in some way, but it can also be the desire factor. You look more appealing. Others look more appealing to you. There's something magical that happens. There's kind of like a magnetic spark that gets lit. So if you're looking for romance, if you're looking to have a good time, if you're looking to explore, because it's in Sagittarius, the seeker, seeking love, seeking romance, seeking having a good time, seeking some fun, seeking to be pampered, this can help in that area. 2 years. Let's pull you a card. And I'm listening. They said you already heard what we said right from the beginning, and they're right. I did. I heard it right here where the cards were sticking. Yep. And there it is. 2 cards stuck together. They said the bottom card. I wait a little bit because I want to make sure that I am sure of what I've heard, that I'm clear on it, and that, I don't hear anything else, So here we go. Interesting. Some say that Chiron rules like Virgo energy, and this card supports that. This card says your healing power. Remember, Chiron is the wounded healer. Chiron represented a wound from a long time ago, and you've learned something about wounds and how to heal your own wounds. And so you then have this healing power because you got through what you got through, and you're able to express empathy for others. to show them that kindness and that empathy and understanding, and to teach or to learn about remedies. So it'd be holistic. It would be something that's more natural, right? It's all green on the card. So it's showing lots of earthy Venus stuff. So there's something here that will help bring a healing. And if not bring the healing, possibly a teaching opportunity. It could simply just help be to bring you more harmony in your own life and peace, which is all about Venus energy in your second house. Now, one of the things about that second house is I kept talking about desire and love, but Venus and the second house, love, it's also about self-love. So this card would lean more towards the love part and the self-love, the acceptance of the pains and the things that we went through, and recognizing we're not bad. We've been through stuff, and kind of seeing who we are and embracing that, and then seeing how far we've come, how we overcame, right? And the healing that occurred. And it's that self-love that really, it gives us the ultimate healing. It truly does. And then kind of passing that on maybe to others. So this could mean that you meet somebody who then helps you along with this process too in some way. But it brings gifts. It's the second house. So it's the ability to become receptive to receiving. How I receive? How do you receive? Some people have a hard time receiving and they don't realize it. Someone who's bringing gifts to them, they sometimes, they just don't know how to respond, and it can get difficult if we're not aware of that someone's just being kind and trying to help, and just be gracious and accept it. Venus will help you do that. Cycle. Now, January brings an ending for us all. It's a completion. And it's in emotions. It's with family. It's in the sign of Cancer. It's called the full moon in Cancer that happens. It's in the first week of January. So it's a completion, and it could be a release of wounds, right? Which is what that first card kind of leaned towards. So when we think of wounds, it doesn't have to be, physical, because it's Cancer energy. So it's really something that's more internalized. It's emotional wounds. And it could simply be something about mom, a wound with the mother wound, whether it's your ability to be the mom, or whether my mom was a mom or wasn't a mom. Did I have a mom, right? Self-nurture. It's all about nurturing and finding my tribe. Who is my tribe? Now, let's see where this ending is occurring. It's a closure, right? Completion. So this is going to be in your 9th house. So when I say your 9th house, just think what I believe. So it's your religious beliefs. Absolutely. A completion, an ending, a closure. Are you walking away from a certain form of religion? Maybe you had some sort of a female mentor, right? Could even be a pastor, a reverend, some sort of a teacher, spiritual teacher even, that either, maybe you're finding somebody new, right? There's a lot of that happening. Maybe something is closing out. But at the end of the day, when we get down to it, it has to do with your beliefs about these things. Yeah, it's your beliefs, because it's that 9th house. The 9th house is not tangible necessarily, okay? It literally can represent like languages and ideas. It's the bigger picture. It's seeking, but it's seeking because it's like on an intellectual journey, right? It wants wisdom. And so it's always seeking to ascend in that avenue. It's again, Jupiter. So it's spirituality, it's religion, it's higher learning. Perhaps you were going to school and maybe the semester is over. Maybe you're graduating. This would be that. It's a graduation, it's a completion. But this is really more tied into the warm and the nurturing factor. So it's like maybe you found a spiritual family, but maybe something or someone there, maybe there's a completion in that realm of some sort, right? Because we don't have to necessarily go to church or belong to a religion to find a spiritual family. It's people who their life philosophies match up with yours, right? So it's feminine energy for sure, but it can be males who exude that feminine energy. But it's just some sort of a closure. Something is ending, some sort of a completion. And again, I'll go over those 9th house keywords. Higher learning. So maybe school is completing. Maybe you're no longer going to a particular religion or church anymore. Maybe you were doing public speaking, Maybe you were publishing or in the process of putting something together to be published and it's finally over. You see, it's the house of sharing this wonderful knowledge, but really on a big stage so that the public can have access to it. The sign of Cancer is the public. Yes. So it's a closure and an ending. For some of you, something about mom, or possibly you being mom, having a friend that you probably maybe were like that mom towards in some way. So when we say mom, again, it's just that word of nurturing. Emotional satisfaction comes into play here big time. You really feel emotionally satisfied when you are talking spirituality, possibly religion, possibly ideas, higher learning, traveling big time, and freedom. The word freedom and truth is big here. You have a lot of knowledge because you have soul history in the place of Jupiter, who's wise. So you, my friend, there's something here about your knowledge that's that you're able to tap into. You're able to tap into and share it with others, right? So teacher, whether you're a teacher, are you ending being the teacher? Is a new semester, is a semester ending so that another one can begin? Maybe you're closing it off. Maybe you're saying, I don't want to teach anymore. There's been a lot of that going on. Yeah, since the pandemic, a whole lot of that going on. All right, we're going to get you a card now. They're telling me to cut the deck. We're splitting it in half. Then they're telling me to fan that half out. And again, they're saying take that card. What is it with the second card every time? I don't know. Something about it. So this is for your completion and your ending, and this is your 9th house of higher learning, philosophy on life, religion, freedom, and truth. You got the Taurus card. Nice. That's peace. It's values. There's something about your values. You don't value something anymore the way you used to because your closure and your ending, 9th house, your beliefs have changed. You've been questioning probably for a while now. Something, somehow, somewhere, there's something about this ending that is solidifying this for you because it's including your emotions are involved because it's the sign of Cancer. It's your values. The energy around you shows the abundance of nature. It is rich, earthy, and productive, yet relaxed and slow. So perhaps you found a new value, something that you get more out of, something that is equally or even more satisfying, emotionally satisfying. Taurus, yes, a grounded earth energy. And so possibly this ending is closing the door and opening another one somewhere else for you because it's triggered by your feelings and your emotions connected to your beliefs. This could also have to do with like the judicial system, like in government and how all that works. Yeah, this could be part of this too. Things happening, legislation is changing. This could be part of that because Taurus can be our money. It's not just the earth, right? It's our desire. It's that same Venus stuff I talked about earlier. Venus rules Taurus and Libra. Yeah, fascinating. You're getting a couple of the Venus cards. Remember desire for Taurus, okay? Who you value, what you value, and self-love tied to your beliefs. This is an ending and a closure. This is a completion. Now we go to your new beginning. When we get towards the 3rd week of January, there's a new beginning, and it's energy that has to do with Aquarius energy, which I like. Aquarius energy for you is happening in your 4th house. Now, I want you to check your chart. Some of you may have charts that say otherwise because this is just a general reading, all right? If you're using like a tropical Placidus house system, your houses will be of different sizes, right? If you don't know what I'm talking about, just comment to me and I can figure all this out for you. It's not that complicated for me. Anyway, I can do it pretty quickly. So according to this, your 4th house is where you have Aquarius. Now, I'm saying this hesitantly because this new moon begins at a very early degree. It happens at 1 degree and 33 minutes. So for some of you, that 133 might be in your 3rd house. Again, you need to comment to me and find out for sure if you don't know, right? If you want clarity on it. That doesn't cost you anything, by the way. That's just kind of the way this is the back and forth. This is the rapport the healthy rapport that the channel has, the give and take. So your 4th house, we're going to go over those keywords. 4th house is home and family. It's everything I just talked about with Cancer energy, which is why this is interesting. Yeah, in a lot of ways, because Cancer is my feelings, my emotions, my family, my nurturing, my emotional security. It is also your physical home. Right. Now, if you have Aquarius there, which you do, and this is a new moon, so it's something new is beginning. Aquarius is like independence. Aquarius is I stand out. Aquarius is very creative. It's intellectual creativity. So Aquarian new moon, it's friends, it's group activity, it's groups that I belong to, where the people that are in those groups, there's something unique about them, and their uniqueness kind of sort of matches your uniqueness. You are all rebels in some way, right? At your heart of hearts, your emotions about things are very different. And I might add a line of caution here, because if it's Aquarius, Aquarius can be shocking and surprising. So you may have found out in your life, there may have been times where you had conversations with people about things that got you kind of riled up, and you may have kind of blown up, and it might have shocked them, right? Because you have Aquarius in the placement of emotions, right? So yeah. The fourth house is usually like something that's hidden, something that's on the inside. It's internal. It's like an emotional, sacred place of peace. There can be fear there. Aquarius, its job is to shock and surprise. So you may have friends or people in your life who have said to you, there just might be things that the way you express your emotions at times might be a little like, whoa, okay, gotcha. Holy moly. I completely see very clearly how you feel about that. You're real, yeah, I won't go there again type of thing, because there just might be a sudden burst. Aquarian energy, right? Uranus is its ruler. It's unpredictable. So it can be something that's very sudden, very unique, and it quickens things. It's Aquarius. It's like electric. It's like electric. Think of how a flash of lightning occurs, right? It can be shocking, it can be loud, and it's almost like it can frighten people that are around it. Now, because it's a new beginning, are you creating something? Remember, it's intellectual creativity, right? So again, this can have to do with something that's unique. Astrology is also, yeah, Aquarius is astrology, but it's unique friends, unique groups, people who get together, creative intellect. Makes me think of sound and music and writing, and just there's something here quirky and different, something unique. I have a friend who collects buttons, and not like the buttons that they print and make, the buttons that you wear on your shirt. She's got, I mean, bins and bins filled of unique buttons. And she's like, one day, I don't know why I'm collecting these, but I know they're for something, right? Creating something very different, very unique, something that stands out, right? It's uniqueness. Think Nikola Tesla. But so yeah, Thomas, well, I don't want to say Thomas Edison, but yeah, sure. What about Benjamin Franklin, like harnessing electricity? Yeah, advancements for humanity, something that is looking out for the greater good for all involved. It's service that emotionally satisfies you. Yeah, serving for a greater good. Yeah, there's something there where you really like that. In Aquarius energy, it's really very independent energy. Okay, so if you're within a group, there are still moments where your independence stands out. Great example, you got an art group. Well, what does that art group do? Well, they're creating a whole bunch of things that they then turn around and sell, and they give all the money to charity. But each person is handed a project, and they each create and work on that project themselves. So there's that independence within the group. You follow? And then they get the acknowledgement and recognition, because within each art piece is their name. This was made by so and so. And so it gives them a moment of recognition, right, within the group. And that's the best way this energy is used for the greater good for all, but yet you still stand out, right? You're not rebelling just to rebel. Your uniqueness is acknowledged and recognized and revered. Yeah. So here we go. Split the deck and pull the card off the top. All righty. This is the card. Are you ready? Here it is. Ooh, it's Pluto, your ability to transform, take a big leap forward, and have a rebirth. Wow. Okay. Now I want you to recognize something here. Pluto is powerful. Pluto is our soul's power. It doesn't need the physical power of, like, you can't go to the gym and create more Pluto power. You cannot do that. That's not how Pluto works. Pluto is the unseen. It's an unseen force. It's deep, deep within you. It is your soul's wisdom, your soul's history, your soul's power. That is Pluto energy. It just is. And Pluto is going to be part of this transformation for you. This is a big deal. This has to do with your home. So I also want to explain Pluto being things that are hidden, maybe something family, right? Family member, but it's Aquarius energy, something within those groups and those friendships. Something is transforming and changing. Pluto is our emotions, but they're buried deep. And our emotions literally are fuel for when we're creating stuff. So if you've got stuff that's deep, that's buried from your past, it looks like Pluto is here to help you bring those emotions to the surface, because that's how Pluto works. Think of a volcano that's no, not even a volcano, because you can see the volcano, right? Before it becomes the formation of the volcano, like a crack occurs in the earth, and we've got like all the lava and the stuff shooting up. Yeah, it's stuff that comes, that kind of, yeah, just comes out from the inside. Think of pipes under a house. You don't see them. They're under the ground. They're buried intense stuff. But having it come out and giving it a birth means we know it's still there, but we're using it in some way. We're channeling it. And it says that Pluto is going to help with that. So you're changing your friends, and it's going to be quite transformational. Just understand this energy usually works quite slow, but it's with Aquarius, and Aquarius works fast, as I just gave an example earlier. But this is something that's quite powerful. Pluto, when a Pluto power comes along, you kind of got to just ride that wave. You just say, okay, I realize change is coming and I got to ride this wave. If you like new and exciting, then you're going to love this. Be open to change. Pluto has come. Below the video, I'll have all the degrees for those of you who like to pay attention to the degrees in your chart. Again, if you don't know and you want to know, just comment below.